Let's call it phase one has started for this multi-day winter weather event, with residents and officials both preparing for what's to come.
We have team coverage tonight as the flakes started to fall earlier this afternoon. We'll be following this winter storm here in the studio and out in the communities across the metro for the next few days. Let's start here in the studio with Chief Meteorologist Ian Leonard.
And Ian, you've been calling this a high-impact storm. Is now underway. Give us a sense for what that means.
Well, we're really talking about a multi-day storm with successive waves to really become commute-busting snow, but it doesn't happen all at once. Right now, winter storm warnings, tomorrow blizzard warnings as we pick up both snow intensity and wind intensity. And it's a big message for you over the next few days. Just stay sky aware and know what's happening with that forecast. In terms of the winter storm warning, there it is, the metro right in the center. I want to talk snow potential. So the snow arrived around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Through the overnight, it's 2 to 4, possibly 3 to 5 inches, metro and areas south. Then we get a bit of a lull tomorrow morning, and I think some folks may say, well, did the storm not happen? Once we're finished with the lull, by about mid-afternoon tomorrow, winds pick up out of the northwest, snow drives up out of the south. Here's tomorrow night as we start to talk 6 to 9, and then as we wake up Thursday morning, the most intense part of the storm. Over a foot of snow possible, winds at 40 to 50 miles per hour. You look at the gradient up top, you're saying, well, that blue is the same blue here, and that blue is 12 plus inches. Look, there have been some amazing numbers being thrown around over the last couple of days, and I've been saying, you know, temper your expectations. We're still squarely in that sort of 12 to 16 inch range. Add to that the snow, and we are talking about miserable conditions here tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow night, Thursday morning, and beyond as we talk wind and snow. And I know there's a little anxiety right now, so in about 15 minutes I'll return and we'll really march you through this storm so you'll know what to expect. We'll see you then.
All right, thank you, Ian. As that first wave of this winter storm starts to settle into the state, Minnesotans started kicking in their plans into gear.
And state officials this afternoon also sounding some alarms, saying that this is not your average storm. Our Paul Bloom joining us live with more on the state's warning and what they're doing to make sure that people are prepared and are ready for this. Paul.
In fact, Kelsey, Randy, the governor declaring a peacetime emergency, activating the National Guard in case rescues are needed, likely out in the rural the western half of the state, if you will, over these next few days. I got to say, it's cold out here. That's one of the first impressions. The wind, the snow clearly falling down at a good clip. We started noticing flakes in that 2 o'clock hour. And if you were driving around the roads today, the MnDOT digital boards all cautioned that at 3 p.m. the winter storm warning went into effect. And the snow arrived basically on cue. I'm here outside Knollwood Mall in St. Louis Park. We've been keeping a close eye on Highway 7. It's grimy, snow piling up. Traffic is slow, certainly moving, but slowed down today. MnDOT, one of those agencies, the state, the governor has said needs to coordinate and get this right. The advice from state leaders, don't panic here, but certainly have a plan for these next few days.
I think as Minnesotans, we all know that winter is a team sport. We'll be doing our part to get the highways clear. I know a lot of these other folks behind me are going to be doing their part to keep folks safe as well. But the public has a huge role to play. We need your help. If at all possible, avoid travel the next few days. If you can postpone travel, please do. Stay home, stay warm, stay safe.
In addition to the advice on the road, schools across the metro and beyond already canceling in-person classes for Wednesday and Thursday. Some going so far as calling a snow day for Friday and telling families to come back on Monday. We also know MnDOT and local other government entities have an all-hands-on-deck approach to having plows out on the roads. We noticed several MnDOT trucks making runs down Highway 7 today while we've been here the last few hours. The state fire marshal cautioning residents to think about how they heat their homes. There's going to be a lot of time in the house. The best fire is a fire that doesn't happen, is what the state fire marshal had to say.
Minnesotans are hardy. We know how to operate in this. The biggest takeaway, one, the best fire that happens is the one that never occurs, and be extra diligent so we do not need to respond into your neighborhood or anything like that.
And one other thing I thought interesting to point out and remind folks, again, Minnesotans are used to maybe the 4 to 6 inch snowstorm, but when we start talking those totals Ian mentioned of a foot or more, clearing the path out of the house in case there's an emergency and you either need to get out or emergency responders need to get in. So think about drifts, keeping a path cleared was some advice. Of course, if you do have to travel, they're really urging cars to stay off the roads, but make sure you're packed with those sort of life-saving needs if, in fact, you end up stranded in your vehicle. So with that, that's the scene in St. Louis Park. Again, the snow continuing to fall. It is cold, it is windy, and we're buckled up for these next few days. We're now live outside Knollwood Mall. Paul Bloom, Fox 9.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. We haven't talked as much about how cold it is, but you will feel it when you go outside. Some major coordination between the two twin cities as the mayors of both Minneapolis and St. Paul say that we're facing a truly historic snowstorm.
Yeah, both mayors and their heads of public works, the fire departments, and their local districts, school districts, all planning efforts together. Fox 9's Rob Olson live in St. Paul, which has already declared 2 snow emergencies, Rob.
Yeah, and you know, both cities kind of took a lot of flack after a similar major multi-day snow event back at the beginning of January for how long it took to really get the roads clear. Well, a lot of that was because of the vehicles on the roads and the difficulties in plowing. So both mayors today saying that in order to clear the roads of snow, getting the roads cleared of vehicles first is absolutely essential.
Please move your car, clear your car off of the street, and our crews can clear the snow off of the street. That is absolutely critical to making sure that our emergency response vehicles can get through and can get to people. That's absolutely key.
I'll turn it over to Superintendent
St. Paul Mayor Melvin Carter, who appeared along with Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry and their respective public works directors, the fire chiefs from both cities, superintendents from both school districts, all calling for preparation and patience. In Minneapolis, they say a snow emergency will be called tomorrow. They're still trying to work out the timeline particulars. St. Paul, as you mentioned, has already done so, declaring back-to-back snow emergencies. The first one beginning tomorrow night at 9 p.m., and then they'll restart again at 9 p.m. Thursday night.
The goal of the first phase will not be to eliminate all of the snow. It will still be snowing. The goal of the first phase is to make the streets in St. Paul safe and passable for our emergency vehicles. The goal of the second phase will be to remove all the snow that we can from that, and that may take longer than a traditional snow emergency.
Yeah, and they stress, too, to be very patient and kind with the snowplow drivers out there, not only clearing the way, but thanking them if you get the opportunity to do so. Now, again, the snow emergencies in both cities, too, opening up parking for people. Minneapolis telling everybody yesterday they have 1,600 spots in various lots around the city. Well, St. Paul opening up far more than that today. 8 different ramps will open for free to the public beginning at 5 o'clock tomorrow night, with about 6,000 spots available, and that will be through Saturday morning. The superintendents from both districts also keeping kids home. In St. Paul, there'll be 2 e-learning days followed by a snow day. In Minneapolis, 3 e-learning days, essential not only for the safety of the students, but also keeps vehicles, in this case school buses, off the road as plows are out there working around the clock for a couple of days trying to get everything cleared out. Kelsey, Randy, back to you.
All right. Hopefully it'll all go just fine. It's not just the Twin Cities making use of all their resources for this storm.
Fox 9's Karen Scullen is in Waconia tonight with more on their plans for their public works teams. And I know Waconia is not alone. Everybody right now is trying to get all hands on deck. Karen?
Right, we're in Waconia. Actually, it's just kind of a pretty night out here. People still going out to eat, and the roads are actually fairly clear. The plows have been through a few times, and you can probably hear the guy that seems like he's been blowing snow for about 4 hours on the sidewalk. So far, so good for Waconia. But of course, this is a big 3-day storm, and big storms have big plans, whether you're talking cities like Waconia or Chaska, or of course the county here. We're in Carver County, and in the county there are 1,500 miles of roads that they need to keep clear. It takes about 4 hours to plow just one of those 16 routes. The county says they'll be out tonight till about 8 o'clock and then start back out around 4 a.m. after kind of a break, but they'll go all the way into tomorrow night. So it is going to be a massively long day tomorrow. Bottom line, it seems all of us are kind of coming up with a plan or a strategy on how to get through the next couple of days, whether you're talking about the roads like in Waconia or Chaska, or stocking your shelves at home.
For this one, especially on Wednesday night, we're going to have a crew of 3 kind of bridge that gap between 7 p.m. and 2 a.m.
Bread, milk, eggs, of course, the comfort food, chips, snacks, mashed potatoes, gravy, chicken, you name it. So it's all that comfort food. People realize they're going to be locked up at home for a few days, so they're going to stock their pantries.
And of course, at Mac and Tunes, they're also stocking up on milk and bread and the frozen food section. Let me tell you, it was hopping today. Everybody bringing home the frozen dinners to kind of keep them warm and their bellies full over the next few days. Something to keep in mind, though, are that a lot of these stores and Mac and Tunes, for instance, are adjusting their hours a little bit. Mac and Tunes was talking about closing early, possibly. That's what they were discussing when I was there, possibly closing early tomorrow. I know the theater here told me they were probably going to close early tomorrow and maybe even be closed altogether on Thursday. So certainly just some plans to keep in mind if you are going to try to head out. But I think a lot of the recommendations from Public Works, whether in the city or the county, is try to stay home if you can over the next few days. We're live in Waconia. Karen Scullin, Fox 9.
All right, Karen, thank you. When you need to know what to plan for, as Karen was pointing out there, make sure to have the Fox 9 weather app. You can get the latest forecasts from our weather team, as well as updated road conditions and school closing information. Just search Fox 9 Weather in the App Store and on Google Play.
Online